Hello everyone, welcome again to another series of video from Electronics Eternity. This time around I will be showing on how to create an RC car. So this would be the first time I'm actually doing a video on RC cars by using NRF24L01 and L293D motor driver. Okay, so this is my second project, and based on all my available YouTube videos, right? So I've been wanting to do this for quite some time, and finally I got everything ready for me to produce this video. Okay, so just one thing about this video is going to be straightforward about how to create. I'm gonna just directly show you how the circuit is gonna look like and how you should set it up and how you're going to upload the codes and everything, right? So it's for anyone who's trying to create an RC car. This is going to be a straightforward video where the code is made available for you and the schematic is made available for you. You just have to follow each and everything step by step, and you'll have your RC car ready in no time. Okay, so but I won't be showing you much about woodworks because there are so many videos out there about how to create some woodworks for your RC car. As you can see, I just used some MDF. I just used some hinges. I create my own hinges where it helps to steer left and steer right. So it's quite easy actually. So I'm not gonna do that since I'm not really an expert in woodworks and everything. But so yeah, that's that. So I'm not gonna focus much on that, and all these tires that I got is pretty much available in any online shopping or e-commerce, and same for woods. You can get MDF plates, and it's all about sawing and cutting woods into pieces and then trying to achieve what looks like a RC car, or what are the components needed for an RC car. Okay, so that's about the focus of this video, and also if you really need to know how to cut these woods into pieces, there are really so many videos on YouTube. You can just simply go and check it out. And also I feel like video is more how to say, is more comprehensive in terms of woodwork, and it's really helpful, right? So since there's so many videos on woodworks to create RC, I'm not putting much focus on that. This is going to be straightforward, how to set up an RC car once you have all the woodworks done and ready. Okay, so for as long as you have two motors controlled like this, and you have a servo, you have an RF24, then these steps would work for you. Okay, so before coming into these videos, if you followed my page, you would have noticed that I already have some videos about how to use NRF24, how to transmit integer using NRF24, and how to use L293D motor driver. So just be sure to check that. I've how I have specially made those videos to accommodate these videos, while at the same time they give you some fair amount of understanding about how does NRF and L293D motor driver works. So you just need to check that before you come to this video, so that you have a proper understanding about how this whole RC car works, right? So that video will definitely help a lot, and I won't be covering basics in this video. I will be only covering what is relevant to this RC car, because I've already made separate videos for NRF and L293D. So that would act as a good prerequisite. It will definitely help you in understanding this. So just be sure to check that out. I will post that link in my subjects under the video below. So just be sure to check that. Okay. So this is for my RC car. Let me just show you how does my this is my remote control. Again, I've just used some wood, some basic woods. Don't mind this LCD display for now. This is not ready yet for this project, but if you can look at it, the whole joystick is made of wood as well. I'm just using screws and making holes and just cutting things into the shapes and pieces that I want. Okay, so we have two joysticks over here. We have the Arduino Uno, we have NRF24L01. Okay, so do not worry about how this thing is set up. I'm going to show you the schematics as well, right? So with that being said, let's go to the schematics before we can get to the codes. Okay, so let's get to the code. Okay, so as you can see on the left hand side I have my transmitter code, and on the right hand side I have my receiver code. So of course transmitter code is going to be uploaded into my RC controller, whereas receiver code is going to be uploaded to my RC car. Okay, so I don't actually need this, so I'm going to take it out. Okay, so as you can see, for the ease of uh, setting up these pins, I've actually put this pin as a comments over here. You can see how does the pin is connected between NRF24 and Arduino Uno. Right, so after that it's all about just calling out the libraries. I think there's a problem with the libraries. Is there a problem? Uh, I don't think I need. Okay, never mind. Just leave it as it is. Uh, Either way, I will upload the correct code in my blocks, right? So, but truthfully, this is what I have uploaded into my RC controller and RC car, and it works perfectly fine. So don't worry too much about the library. In case if there's a correction, then I will just put that in my block. Okay. And after all, you guys, if you were to copy my code, you are still going to copy it from my block, right? Not from this video. So you can always access it, and I will update that from time to time in case if there's a correction. So I'm declaring three variables over here. There's X key and there's Y key connected to analog pin 0 and 1 respectively, and we have integer joystick which is consists of two arrays. Okay, and there is char as in final. Do I need this char actually? I don't think so. Okay, I don't need char to be exact. Okay, so let me just save that. Okay, pin 7 and 8 is that is a CE and CSN pin. Next is just defining the address. This is the address 01010, and again after that is just initializing the radio to transmit data instead of listening. Next we're setting serial communication, just in case we need to check any values in serial later, but it's not actually necessary. I've been using this for my troubleshooting, but if it works actually fine, you can just take this out, right? It's not necessary. Next is I'm setting these two pins as input, which is going to basically detect any changes in the joystick. One will give reading for X axis position, another one will give reading for Y axis position. So it's basically deciding. It will be used in deciding whether the car should go forward or backward, or should steer left or steer right. So it's that simple. Okay. So whatever going into white loop, whatever I get from my joysticks, I'm gonna put it in joystick 0, joystick 1. As I've mentioned earlier, joystick got two arrays of information, so it's gonna put these values respectively, and then it's gonna just transmit the data. Right, this is just some steps to uh, just to see if it's actually working. Just some, it will help with the troubleshooting to see if values are being sent through the radio, or if the right value is being captured through the PS2 joysticks. Okay, so transmitter code is very simple. Okay, so next let's move on to receiver code. The libraries again, the pins as well. Oh my god, what have I done? Okay, right, so over here you have pin 7 and 8 as CECSN. I'm using servo to control the direction of the car. Pin 6 as my servo pin, the same address.
I have two arrays of information when it comes to joystick. I have x-axis, y-axis, and servo position as integers, which we will discuss later on. Next, let's move on to void setup. These are just initiating serial communication, attaching servo to pin number 6, initializing radio communication, which will start listening instead of sending from this particular address. Next is pin 2345, which is just my output pins, which will be connected to my L293D to to control the direction of the car, whether it's going frontward or backward, right? So this is, if you refer the schematics, this would make a whole lot more sense. But these are just input 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the L293D, right? So at this point, I'm not going to be covering too much basics about L293D because I've already done that before. You can just quickly go back and check that video for your understanding. Okay, so now let's get into the code. So I don't actually, okay, this is my previous, I don't actually need this. I was working on something more extensive than this, so that's why you can see there's a traces of a lot of codes and library. But with respect to this, uh, you don't need that, and do not worry, I will actually make my code available in the blog for you guys to simply copy and paste. Okay, so while radio is available, read whatever that is being produced in the radio, and accordingly you put this in x-axis and y-axis, the two integers that we declared earlier, and server position. So x-axis will be used in mapping server position. So based on this, my server will either turn left or turn right, which then decide the direction of the car. Right? It's pretty straightforward, and then write whatever value. So this is always true for as long as any radio communication is received. So I have declared this at the very first stage itself, so I don't have to keep doing this or keep adding lines for server again and again inside all my if commands. Okay, so next is for y-axis, whether we decide if the car goes forward or backward. So if the value falls in between this, which is at the center point, that means we're not moving the joysticks or anything. It will then basically do nothing. It will just stay still. Okay. If there's changes detected in the joystick, then the value is going to be less than 400 because we're moving the joystick frontward, and this pin arrangements will then trigger L293D to drive the motor forward instead of backward. Right. So if it's beyond 600, then it will trigger the exact opposite, which is to create a backward motion. That's all. Okay, and then I'm just having a break command over here. I notice this break helps with the Arduino from uh, lagging or hanging, right? Sometimes while I was doing this, my Arduino hangs a few times while I was doing this, and I added this, and then it's just stop freezing after that. So this helps with the whole hanging and freezing of microcontroller. Okay, so again, my receiver code is pretty simple as well. Probably for the most of you who's looking at it for the first time, it might take a bit of time to understand, but once you understand it, you will feel that this code is very straightforward and simple. Okay, so we have covered the schematics, we have covered the codes. Now let's look at the result to see if the car is actually working. Alright, so let's get to it.
So this is the result that we're looking at. Unfortunately, I don't have extra pairs of hand for someone to help me take this video while I'm controlling this car on a bigger ground, right? So what I've done is I've placed a box underneath this car just to show you if my project is actually working. So on the other hand, I have this joystick controller. So this is me steering left and right. This is to the left and this is to the right. Okay, it's not much movement on to the right because I think the server is kind of stuck at one point. But this is to the left, this is center, this is to the right, but to the right the motion are very limited, as you can see. Okay, again, this is a problem with my woodwork, right? It has nothing to do with the code or with how these things works, right? Probably if your woodwork is good, then this would work. As you can see to the right, my movement is pretty limited, right? Okay, and this is going backward and forward. Okay, if I were to just take this box underneath this car, you can see my car move, but it's on a really limited window. Okay, this is going left and right, this is going back and forth, right? So let me try to go frontwards and to the left. Let me go to backward and to the right. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Okay. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. Okay, my car is about to fall down. Okay. So that pretty much shows that my car actually works, because you can see I can steer left and right, and this is go back and forth. Okay, so excuse me for not able to show this car, like just driving this car on a bigger ground, right? Because I don't have someone to help me with taking this video. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something new, and feel free to like try this thing out, and good luck trying. Alright, so please don't forget to like and subscribe. Until then, bye bye.